Inter fans from all over the world, welcome to the Inter. But most of all, welcome to another episode of my Inter nicknames. Today we're gonna talk about Marcelo Brozovic. Marcelo, what a player and what a trajectory in Inter, because he started off really in a bad way. The first couple of years he was even booed at one point when he left the pitch, applauding the audience, and of course the audience didn't forgive this behavior. And after this, there was a moment in which it was clear that he was going to leave Inter. He started a new career, basically, thanks to Lucianone, sexy Luciano Spalletti, who turned him into a midfielder in front of the fence instead of a half wing as he used to be before, or playing behind the forward players. No, he put him in this position where he plays now, and he's amazing at it. One of the best in Europe for sure, and probably in the world. And if you know Marcelo Brozovic, you know that he has already gained a couple of nicknames, from the Epic Brozo because of his way of celebrating goals, to Crocodile because of the fact that he was the first player, at least in Europe, to lay down behind the wall during a free kick in order to prevent a low ball to go into the goal if the wall jumps. So he was the first in doing this. He also posted this funny Halloween picture in which he was dressed as a crocodile. But for me, his name and his nickname should be related to something else, because there's one characteristic of Brozovic that we all see all the time. It's in our face multiple times in every game, and it's the way he basically uses his hands to show frustration when things don't go well. And this is why Marcelo Brozovic's nickname is Tubeman. Yes, he reminds me so much about this Tubeman, and there are many reasons, more than one, why I call him that way. First of all, of course, is because of the body language, as we mentioned. But also it's because of the fact that Tubemen are never-ending energy. You know, they go on all day long and they never get tired. And this tells a lot about Brozovic's stamina, because he's the player that runs the most in Serie A. Not in terms of high speed, but in terms of distance. So he averages 11.8 kilometers per game, which is, as I was mentioning, the first piece of data for players in Serie A. So this is quite impressive. As I mentioned, also he's not super fast. His speed is 29.5, which is nothing compared to, for example, to a 35.4 that Bellanova has as top speed. But you know, he's a never-ending source of energy, just like a Tubeman. Also, these Tubemen, when you see them, you notice a certain rhythm, a certain pace that they have in the way they move. And this is very much about Brozovic, because he is very rhythmic the way he plays. He gives the pace to the team. He's not by chance called the metronome of Inter. So this is why I think, all in all, that Tubeman is the best nickname possible for our Brozo, who is also a good friend with Modric. Coming to some curiosities about the character, he's a good friend with Modric, and this shows that great minds think alike. Also, he has one daughter, Aurora, and one son, Rafael, from his wife, Sivija. I hope I'm pronouncing it in the right way. And he's a player that really, we saw it last year when he wasn't playing, how fundamental he was. This year, with Çalhanoğlu taking his place when he was absent, things went much better. But last year it was pretty evident how indispensable he is for Inter, and that's why also I think he renewed the contract with us with a really important salary. That's all, my friends, for this episode of my Inter nicknames. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please, if you did, punch the like button and subscribe. It's very important for me, and leave a comment. I'll be happy to hear what you think about my nicknames, and if you have new suggestions about players that I should consider for the next episode. For now, thank you so much for watching, and as always, Forza Magica Inter. Ciao!